G'day, I'm Ash. Welcome yourselves back to War Thunder. Sorry about the deviation from yesterday's content, although, you know, it is what it is. I check out a aircraft control tower. Just a bit of news on that. I have actually put in an offer for the actual building, and I will be going to inspect it next year, provided that hasn't already sold. Anyway, welcome yourselves to the jungle, or welcome to the jungle. Guns N' Roses song starts blaring in your head. Today we're playing the German Sherman. We're with a squad of 4. We're playing 4.0 Germany. Now my lineup consists of the German Sherman, the German Churchill. We've also got the Packwagon, also known as the SDKFC something or other with the 75mm. And I've got a Bf-109, I think it's E7 in the lineup as well. We've gone in, we've capped B and we're heading straight in, and this is again straight into combat. These matches are cool. Not only are they really entertaining, but I really like this kind of combat. So you'll see exactly what I mean. I've spotted something over there, looks like an M10. I get shot in the side by what looks to be a T-34E. I duke the shot. Anyway, we can continue crossing the water because we can't really get across there. When another T-34 appears, well, we'll instantly knock him out. Lucky shot, because he would have been a pain in our backside. Still concerned about the M10 on the left here. We're going to have to angle, because the T-34 is a bit obnoxious. Now, I could have had a killing shot on that guy if I'd have aimed up just a little bit. Just take out our machine gunner. However, that's not a concern. Next shell, however, well, we've got an undamaged. We'll bounce straight off the front. Of course, that thing had better armor. He knocks out a gun, and unfortunately, it renders us basically useless. As you can see, I could have had a prime shot on him. He knew exactly what he was doing, but he still can't kill me. When an Su-152 comes into the play, yeah, I'm not necessarily going to bounce one of those shells. As you can see, that thing is a massive tank destroyer. Now, I don't know about you, but Jungle is one of my least favourite maps. And when you actually have two competent teams fighting each other, there tends to be a bit of, I guess, competition. And there is a heap of competition. While the other 3 guys in my squad are battling it out on the battleground, I'm going to be close air support in a fighter. Not exactly the most prominent role for a fighter aircraft. In fact, I probably would have been more useful in a vehicle, but aircraft are what I know, and tanks are something that I just play occasionally every now and then. Jungle, the map though, there's a couple of different types. There's the battle mode where there's 2 versions of caps, and then there's this version which has 3 cap zones. 2 are along the beachhead and 1 in the centre. The one in the centre is quite annoying because it's on a hill, it's a radio post. As you can see, I'm being very cautious here. I'm looking for enemy aircraft. The idea is to really be selective with my target. We've currently got 2 of the cap points, although the enemy is capping the middle cap point here. I'm going to dive on in, I'm going to drop the throttle, and we're just going to sort of coast in. Silence just killed a Churchill, and the team seems to be doing okay. We've got 1 capture point each, however, B is being captured by the enemy right now, and we must seek to stop them from doing so. Now, unfortunately, this 109 doesn't have a bigger bomb load. It's only a 250 kilogram bomb, but it's enough to kill most things. So see, just dive in, select angle, release your bomb, have it set for a 2-second timer, and there's the results. That Su-152 that killed me earlier now regrets that, you know, he getting bombed by a 109. Unfortunately, they still got the capture point, so we are going to have to do a little more work, but we're going to go rearm and take off again and see what happens. I remember when this map came out, it was fascinating. They've changed this map so many times. It reminds me of Karelia, or I believe it's Kuban. But regardless to say, we have just taken off, and there's Yak 9 that's coming after us right now. Thankfully, there is a friendly on him, so he gets distracted by that J-22A. Yak 9's not particularly too smart, but the J-22 will actually do a number on him. But we have ordnance to drop. We need to support the team. Silence is managing to capture A. Our team is, well, swapping the points around. We're doing ring around the rosy. One person will capture one, and another person will capture another. We managed to capture B, then they captured C, so we went and captured A. It's sort of a massive sort of circle, and that's why I hate these sort of derivative cap-driven sort of points. If you have a look down there right now, you'll see a couple of Shermans and a Churchill. We're going to selectively pick our target. I was going to go for the Churchill, but he's already slow enough as is. We'll have to have a look. The Avenger is sitting on that cliff, though. And that's a particularly lethal target to the rest of the team. As you can see, they're just sort of lined up right there. There's a little bit of anti-air fire coming in, but we're just going to go and kill this Churchill. As we nearly hit the ground and fly over the other enemy targets. Boom. That's another kill. We're going to instantly turn back around, and head back to base and get a bomb. But that Yak 9 has managed to survive. I'm going to put a few lucky shots his way, set him on fire, and he's going to absolutely shred himself. The Moscow Fire Department, I guess, isn't so lucky towards that Yak 9 today, and we're going to land, rearm, get another bomb, and help the team as we can. Now, Corsair has just taken off in a ME410 with the 50mm gun, so I'm going to use it to great degree here. The enemy also has some anti-air up, which is going to prove a little bit troublesome here in a second. But we really need to take out that pesky Avenger that is sitting on C point there, as it's preventing our friendlies from actually capping the C point. Well, it's not, but it's nice to get rid of him. We nearly hit the trees, and boom, we got the kill. As you can see there, the AAA is absolutely nailing any aircraft that flies over. Fortunately for Corsair, he gets his engine hit, and there is a Chaffee heading towards B, if he caught that in the footage just there. But are we going to rearm? I don't know. Corsair calls us to help him with the anti-air as he gets absolutely nailed there. So we're going to help him, because who knows? You never know what might happen. And yes, I can see you writing in the comments right now, you should probably have gone out in a tank to help your team. Well, yes, but actually no. You know, what you're about to see me do is indicative of P-47 pilots. I can't see the Chaffee, he's in the middle of the smoke, I'm getting done by AAA, and of course what do? Fly directly into the AAA, so you get cooked out. Well, yeah, no, that's not going to happen anytime soon. Unfortunately, they've capped A, and now they're capping B as well. Tickets are still even, and it's time to bring out Herman the German Sherman again. Now, despite the fact that I actually bought this vehicle, I still find use out of it. It's quite unique. And obviously the German lineup is not really German, is it? I've got one fast mover, one heavy tank, and then I've got this thing. And obviously I've got a 109E7, which again, they're all event vehicles, they're all premium vehicles. Just happens that this one happens to be one of the rarest vehicles in the game. Do I like playing it? Yes, I do. Subject to my video which I did recently where I talked about the problems with exclusive vehicles, yeah, I'm a bit of a hypocrite, but I don't really care at this point. The point still rang true, and as we're heading towards the B point, our artillery finally come down, and Corsair gets a kill on MRX and M24. But this thing is a fantastic vehicle, and sometimes you do well with it, and sometimes you don't. It's a bit of a hit and miss. Obviously it is just a Sherman. And people have brought that up before. It's not the rarest tank in the game, it's a Sherman. Well, actually it is, because it was the very first American vehicle that happened to be German in the game. Alongside this T-34E with I believe it had like a prototype lamp on the top, but a different turret and an F-32 gun as well. Of course, there's taking out anti-air that were across the way that I didn't necessarily spot. I'm still thinking there is a person in here. I'm not really paying attention to the fact that I'm in the B zone and we're capping the B zone. Doesn't necessarily matter, reverse up, we're going to fix that right now. As you can see, the tickets are extremely low. A couple more kills. There's not really too much to go. There we go. Now, I could be moving forward right now. I have a little bit of a hesitation before realising that, hang on, we need to head to the A point. And there it goes. Come on, Ash, wake up. You're playing tanks, you're not playing an aircraft. Again, scared of what M10s might be, we're going to head exactly the same way, straight back to A. And again, these kind of matchups are very interesting because you have a small, close, confined map. And they were spawn camping earlier on in this match. There was an Avenger that was preventing Aussie from spawning, who unfortunately didn't get to join us for the rest of the map. He sort of ran out of vehicles a good couple of minutes in. Corsair's following me in his glorious red Panzer IV. I've dropped artillery on A. In fact, hang on. No, I dropped it towards the C direction, I believe, just to see what was up there. That's where the enemy have spawned in what looks to be a Year 2 and a Yak 9. Now those are bombs coming in, 100%. We're sort of waiting for them to drop. I have no idea if that was a bomb drop on me or whether that was Corsair firing. Had a look at the replay and it doesn't tell me any better. There's a magical puff of smoke that appears out of nowhere. A capture zone is now being captured and there is a Sherman direct front. Corsair takes him out and now we've got to rush for the cap point. There is limiting tickets and that Yak 9 is circling furiously trying to get hits on us. Fortunately for us, we have more people on the team that are on the ground. We've got 3 people towards the sea point, we've got another person behind us, and the spawn campers have been pushed back. I'm deploying tactical smoke because this is what this Sherman has advantage over the other ones. Those smoke launchers are very, very interesting, I will say. And regardless or not, if we actually get in there, I have a split moment when Corsair says, oh, there's a Stuart behind here. It's like, do I go and flank him, or do I go and follow Corsair? In fact, what we'll do is we'll follow Corsair. He puts a shot in. The sneaky little bugger comes around the bunker. We're playing ring around the rosy. Put one shot straight up into him, and that is my ace. Fortunately, Corsair gets shot in the rear again, and we just dink him straight through. That Sherman didn't stand a chance. Again, lucky shot, professional ×7, and that was their last take on the ground. So I don't know if that was effective use of ground support with an aircraft, or whether this was something completely different. Either way, we won. They weren't able to outcap us, despite the fact that we had more people on the ground, and we had a fantastic result nonetheless. Again, I play a support role and sometimes it works. Other times I play a more aggressive role and it works. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. My name is Ash. Thank you much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.